it loud. What do you get when you put
Don't
a
whack
Gen
the microphone.
X and a millennial in the same room trying to operate
One that's grumpy.
a new system? Let's just say it was very quiet. It was not loud
Because grumpy Kevin doesn't say anything when he's mad.
Grumpy
He just
Kevin
sits and stews.
was a little
Technical difficulties aside, we finally got this monstrosity for this week on the air. I just want to congratulate myself because this week I've reached the milestone of 100 commutes on my bike.
Wow.
So
that's
I've ridden my bike to
incredible.
work 100 times.
How many miles do you have?
I don't know. I'm probably like at 2,000 miles for the year.
And what's your goal? Explain to people at home how many miles you try to get at the end of the year.
Well, I've dumbed it down here lately. I'm at like 5,000 miles I want to get to. I'm kind of behind that. But it's usually about 15 to 17 miles a day is what I'm doing.
That's so great. How many miles is it from like the station to home? Like 7?
7.5.
Okay.
Yeah. It's if I go straight. So did one for 10.5 to go get some coffee. So yeah, 100 in the books last year. I think I did 80% of my commutes on bike. So that means only 20% in the car. And I'm ahead of my pace from last year by 10
And how
days.
many flat tires?
Too many to mention. Too many to mention.
And how many crazy drivers?
Too many to mention.
So funny. There's been some crazy things for people who do not follow Kevin on social media that he's encountered while on his morning
Some
commute.
dumb drivers.
Some dumb drivers. Not only that, but also some crazy animals. A hawk that tried to land on, well, tried to grab your GoPro. I shouldn't say land.
Yeah. Hawk, dogs, of course. You never get a crazy cat. So that's why cats are better than dogs.
That's why
dogs love to run into the street.
That's why you love cats so much. Well, some exciting news there for Kevin. We all want to congratulate him. I wish we had like a sound. As we learn how to use this program, maybe we can add more sounds and some different effects. But let's get right into it today. I came up with an idea. First of all, people loved the emojis episode. So I got a lot of feedback on that, Kevin. And there were other people, even in my generation, that did not know about the pregnant emoji.
Yeah,
So you're not
creepy.
the only one.
Let's
there.
not use that one, folks, all right? Let's not do it.
But today we're going to do another generational thing to just kick it off.
Fire it up.
What we're going to do is first we're going to go one by one with the millennial things from my childhood that I'm going to see if you know what these things are, okay? So here is the first video we're going to take a look at. Kevin, do you know what this is?
Isn't this some kind of keychain game or something? I don't know what the game is.
Well, it says it on there. But
is it Asian, Japanese?
I don't know.
Tamagotchi? Is it?
Tamagotchi?
Yeah, it sounds like it's from Japan.
But these were like little nano pets.
Oh, I remember now. So you could have a cat or a dog or whatever in the screen.
They weren't really like an animal. It was its own thing.
It's like a little like an anime type thing.
So it started as that little, do you see the little smiley face on there? Mm-hmm. So it started as that, and you had to feed it, play with it, clean up his poop, and you could play games with it. But you actually could...
How much did it cost?
I don't even remember, to be honest.
How much did your parents spend on this?
I should have looked this up, but I had one of these in 5th grade, and you had to take care of it, otherwise it would die. And so it would have the X's on its eyes if you did not take care of it. Now, it looks like we lost the video. We must have been too long on there.
See, you didn't take care of the video and it died on you.
Let's see if we
Hope
can
you were
pull
better
the
on your
video,
Tamagotchis.
Anyways.
Low key, the
over
Japanese.
that. But wait. I'm not done. So you and another person could put your Tamagotchis, whatever you call them, together, and you could actually mate them and have a baby.
For 5th graders. All right. I must say, low-key, the Japanese have been influencing our society for a long time. Even going back to when I was a kid. Between Ultraman, which you don't know about. I should have brought that up as one of the things from my childhood.
Next week you can show it to me.
Ultraman, and of course, Speed Racer was like the first anime cartoon.
Never heard of them. Yeah. But, okay, so the problem is that you didn't want your Tamagotchi to die. And so I would bring it to class. And take care of it like in between things.
Did it make noise?
No, it didn't make noise. You could turn down the volume. But we would get in trouble because you're not supposed to be like playing with your nano pet during class. So there was a way to jailbreak it, to pause it. And that would pretty much like pause it for the day.
Okay.
And you pressed, I think, the right and the left. But anyways, okay, so Kevin you were pretty close. I might give that one to you.
Okay.
Here's the second thing I'm going to show you.
Fire it up.
Do you know what these are?
Animal shapes? I can tell you what they are. Like there's a giraffe, there's a rhino, an elephant. It looks like that's a llama or an emu. I don't know what the green thing is. But I don't know. What do you do with these?
These?
Hair ties?
The close. They're rubber band bracelets. And so you would buy a whole bunch of these and you would have them all down your...
Okay, and they would have the shape on the arm?
No, they wouldn't really have the shape on the arm, but then when you'd take them off, they would be the shape of whatever it was. They were actually really...
Seems like a waste of money to me.
It was absolutely a waste of money, but we had a whole bunch of these. I had like probably 20, 25 of these.
See, my generation had useful things we put on our wrists, like the Swatch watch that you would have like...
What's the Swatch watch?
Should have brought it up. You guys, so it's like, it was like these watches that were... I'd have to show it to you, but they were like $25 to $30 watches. I had like 9 of them. And you wore them, you changed them out, you matched your outfit.
Did it actually have a watch?
Yeah, no, it was a watch the whole time. Swatch is actually coming back too.
Really? Okay, Swatch.
I should have put that down as mine.
Swatch watch.
Yeah, Swatch
okay,
watch.
Okay.
Us OGs know what the Swatch watch was.
Okay, now we're gonna go to the third one. Ready?
All right, fire it up.
Do you know what this is?
Light Bright.
Yeah, woo!
But the Light Bright was from my generation.
Really?
And I had a Light Bright, and of course, being the dork that I am, I would play Nerf basketball in my house, and I would make a scoreboard using the Light Bright.
Light Bright is from your generation? I thought that was like a millennial
No,
thing.
we had Light Bright when I was a kid.
Wow.
It just got recycled.
I loved the Light Bright.
It's kind of cool.
What a cool thing. Like, I feel like
and
they
you had
should
to
bring
put
it
like
back.
the sheets of paper on once
Yeah.
This is a useful toy. It really did keep generations busy in their room.
Yeah, entertained for a long
Yeah.
time. We used to do it all the time. Okay, and finally, do you know what this is?
Ooh, this looks like that. You would buy like a little single or something, and you could stick it in the cassette thing, and it would play like not even the whole song, right? It would like play 30 seconds, so it would like play the bridge. Or
It was like the chorus, yeah.
Yeah, this is waste. This is junk. This is why our landfills are filled. I mean, it was ridiculous, this thing. As a music fan, I thought, this is ridiculous. This is where our attention span went.
Hit clips, that's what those were called.
I remember
and
those.
I had a couple of Destiny's Child ones, but it only played, I think, 10 to 15 seconds. And it only had...
Club is jumping. That's it, right?
One earbud. And so you had like a little SD card that you would put in it. But it didn't even go like that far. Like, you'd have to pretty much hold it and put the earbud in. And we used to listen to, on our ski trips up the mountain, we would have a DVD player, and it was such a big thing. It was my stepmom's DVD player, and we would have the headphones, but my sister and I would put the headphones in between us, so it wasn't either on either of our ear, like it was the outside of the headphone, and listen
You guys were geniuses.
different soundtracks.
She didn't have the
that we
cassette
created.
adapter so you could play it throughout the speakers?
No, my parents didn't want to listen to what we were listening to, but I will say one of the songs that we loved, and now knowing the like meaning of it is a little bit different, it was Brick House. 'Cause she's a brick.
Yeah. Were you like 7 or 8 when you were listening to that stuff?
Yeah, probably.
Gotta love music.
Okay, so now these were Kevin's picks. So let's see what we're gonna get into.
You'll probably get them because y'all watch TV from that depicts the past, and you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that in Stranger Things or whatever. So let's go. Here's number one.
Okay, this is one. I don't know what it's called, but I know the phone. I know it's a phone.
Yeah,
a dial phone. Is
rotary
that what it's called?
dial.
Rotary dial. Okay, I was close. I do actually know how to use one of these, which I feel like is a pretty big thing for my generation.
Yeah.
Considering a lot of people.
I will tell you, the
like
pain in the rear about this is making a long distance call. Like, you would have to do the 1, then the area code, and then the number. And then when we would do, radio stations would have contests, and it was like, caller number 15. But you would have to dial the number, and then it would be busy. You'd have to hang up and do it again. And I don't know if you've ever done one of these, but like one, it goes, and 7,
it's a long process.
You had to be
Did you guys
dedicated
only
to make a
have
call.
one in your house?
No, we had multiple ones.
So would they all ring at the same time?
Yeah. So if you were fancy, you had one in the bedroom, one in the kitchen. So if the phone rang, get the phone. Who's closest to the phone?
So if somebody picked up the phone, could you hear it on the other phones or no?
Yeah, like you could get on the phone.
So you could snoop.
You could, but you would hear somebody pick it up.
Oh.
Like you'd hear and you'd be like, "Mom, are you on the phone? Get off!" And so. Yeah. But you could also, 2 people could talk at the same time.
That's kind of cool.
With yeah.
It was like voice conferencing calls before.
The early group chat.
Were there certain times that you were only allowed to use
three-way calling,
the phone?
but that was a little advanced. No, I in fact, when I got to like middle school, probably 8th grade, I got my own phone line and phone in my room.
Ooh.
And then you could be private. That's because the parents were dying, you know what I mean? Like, get off the phone, we have things to do.
Okay, number 2. Ooh, I actually know this. Drive-in, and I go to the drive-in. My hometown actually has a drive-in. Did
They
I
still
tell
have
you
one
that?
left?
Yeah, they still have one left.
I don't think there is any here in Fresno close.
And I think there's one in Madera. I believe there's a Mederios drive-in. I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me on that.
You'd go to a double feature and you'd stick the speaker. Now you can like stream it into your car.
It's like your radio. No, what we would do is just like you tune your radio to the station.
Back in the day, you had this chintzy speaker. So you parked up next to the thing, pull it and you put it on and then like you would do like carload of people for like $5. Go see the movie. And it was usually a double feature. So you would start with one movie. And
that's a long night. It's long when you go to 2, but
long night in your car.
Yeah. No, I think it's so neat. Actually, I prefer to watch a movie in the drive-in. Like we would either pull up our truck.
I'm totally cool with the reclining seat.
You like it inside?
Yeah. No.
Wow, that's kind of lame.
Yeah.
No, I would rather go to the drive-in. In fact,
if it was raining, then you'd see the rain. It would have.
That's why you do it in the summer, Kevin.
It does rain sometimes in the summer.
Not very often here, especially.
True, but it can happen. So
I will say the only thing that
great,
sucks.
But there's many things that suck.
No, the only thing that I think sucks is you have to start your car every once in a while because like if you do have the radio, you don't want to have your car running the whole time. Yeah. So you turn it off, but the radio still plays. But then after, I think it's like 30 minutes.
That's why those chintzy speakers on the window were good because they provided the audio piped in.
But then you get the flies and stuff in your car.
It's not THX sound on those little chintzy speakers.
That's true. Okay, next one. Moving on.
All right.
Oh, no, I already did that
You
one.
repeat that one because it was so good.
Okay, last one. Okay, is this a stick shift? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
I don't know how to drive a stick shift.
Manual transmission, as they call it. And I think they're eliminating them now from cars. So you think you're great now and you can eat and drive and be on your phone. Man, I could have a burger in one hand, a drink in my lap, and you had to use both your feet because your gas was with the right. Gas and brake with the right, clutch with your left. Shifting.
That's a lot.
The big thing about the stick shift that was great, because I had a bug.
Yeah.
If your battery was dead, what you would do is you'd put it in neutral and you would have your friends push you and then you would pop the clutch into second and it would start up and then you could make it home.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like, so I was in the car when my mom taught my sister how to drive a stick shift. And it was a terrifying experience. It was not something.
Don't grind those gears.
No, because I don't know if I'm all the way accurate because it's a memory, but I felt like if she wasn't like shifting into the right gear, the car would stop.
Yes, you could do that.
And so then it was like, we were all freaking out, and I was in the back seat, like, what's going on? And my sister's all frustrated, and, you know.
Yep. Well, I learned how to drive a stick when I was 16, and I actually really enjoyed it. My last stick shift car was, I had a truck in the early 2000s. Chevy S10 was a stick shift.
What was your first car?
My first car, you ever seen Wayne's World?
No.
The movie? Forgot. Doesn't watch movies. So Wayne's World was an AMC Pacer.
Isn't it with the blonde guy in there? Isn't that?
We'll not get into the movie, but I had an AMC Pacer.
Okay, I'm going to look that up
It
after
is the
show.
goofiest looking car of all time.
What color?
Orange.
Orange.
My friends used to make fun of me because I had to be in by midnight. And they're like, why? Is it going to turn into a pumpkin if you don't get on time? But guess what? I was the only one with the car, so I was driving everybody. So I was like, shut your mouth. You want to ride? Yes or no? Get it. So,
How long did you have that car for?
year, probably. And then went kaput.
It went kaput?
Yeah. I always had, now I'm living the lap of luxury, even though I don't really drive to work because I have nice cars. But back in the day, man, I had some horrid cars.
Yeah, I get it. So my sister passed down her Hyundai Santa Fe, which was a nice car for my first car. It was like a 2006, I believe. And then it ended up getting passed down to my younger sister, and I was driving my dad's Prius, which I got real lucky. I love driving that Prius, so I was so happy, and I was going to be able to take it to college. And then someone ran a red light and T-boned me, and so the car got totaled. And so then my dad was able, from his secretary, got this 1996 gold Ford Escort. And this Ford Escort, okay, was driven by like an old man, like a 90-year-old man. Well, when he would park, he would accidentally, because he couldn't see very well, like love tap the car in front of him when he was parking. And so he didn't want his children to know, so he would go and get gold nail polish and he would touch it up on the front. So there was like 10 different colors of gold nail polish on the front bumper.
I'll tell you what.
And I was so embarrassed to drive that car.
What your generation doesn't realize is that like air conditioning was not standard in cars.
Yeah.
I did not have air conditioning in a car until probably the mid 90s.
That's terrible.
So imagine driving around as a kid in Las Vegas and it's like 106 out and your dad has all the windows rolled down in his 1963 Ford Galaxy.
That's really, that's actually awful. But yeah,
awful.
so we called it the gold member. Man, I was so, my grandma, I remember first of all, I was like a spoiled little brat because I'm all upset when really I should be happy that I got a car.
Exactly.
And it only had 90,000 miles on it. For it to be a 96 in 2016, only have 90,000
And
miles.
Grandpa, he didn't do much with that thing other than love tap.
He went to the store and obviously had a problem with parking. But my grandma, she was like, oh, it's fine. Because I called her crying and I was like, I can't be seen in this car. And she goes,
I never had that problem, man. And I had some like, I'm not going to lie to you, like, you start out the box with an orange AMC Pacer that was called Moon Patrol, which is an old video game, and the pumpkin. And then
everything is up from there.
Yeah, slowly but sure.
No, but my grandma said, well, you know what you should do is you should just wear a big coat, a big scarf, a big hat, and then nobody...
He's going to pay attention
Nobody's
to
going to pay attention to you. And I go, are you crazy? That's going to draw more attention. Could you
imagine? Pay attention to you, but not the car.
Yeah. Could you imagine I'm like all in disguise?
Sounds like Carmen San Diego. We're in the world's Carmen San Diego. She's in that ugly ass Ford Escort.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so we did promise the viewers at home that we were going to watch Quarterback. For those that are not familiar, follows 3 NFL quarterbacks from the previous season. Netflix executive director Peyton Manning, one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
Okay, all right.
I'm
gonna say I do love the series so far, and I mean, Kirk Cousins is like your goofy ass uncle.
You just love to watch him.
He's like, and the thing is that I think his teammates really do love him, but he can be so corny. But then he's got that swag. You know what I'm saying? Kirk Cousins is like, and wait till you get.
When he was talking about Shania Twain or whatever, oh my gosh,
well, wait till you get to episode
dying.
3. He's making a comment about Creed and Coldplay, how he loves to go see. He went and saw Coldplay.
No, I think I actually am on 3 because I did.
You saw when he went to Great Clips?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, how hilarious! I don't think I finished 3, but I think I'm on 3. How hilarious! No, I just root for him.
I'll tell you, Kathy thinks Joe Burrow reminds her of Colin Jost.
Really?
Saturday Night Live.
I've always thought that Burrow reminds me of Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, I see that.
It may be a mix between Jost and Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
But I do got to do a little bit of roasting on Joe Cool. What the heck? He doesn't know how to run his washer? His
mom, he probably has a fancy washer now because he's rich.
Yeah, but
so that's why I was saying, like, you got to have like a PhD nowadays and Wi-Fi to run these washers. So he's probably got some fancy ass washer that does all sorts of crazy stuff.
But he said he didn't know how to run it. He doesn't know the last time that he did laundry. Who's doing his laundry?
Well, you said that fashion guy. He's probably got like 15 million. He uses an outfit and it goes out the door, you know? Seriously. And now Jared Goff, man, I'm rooting for him. I rooted for him last year.
Yeah.
I mean, dude was cast off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And his wife's hot too, right? She's a model.
But I was watching it with my friend, and
he says she's such a model because she does play kind of the ditzy card sometimes.
No, but I was watching it with my friend, and he thought that was Olivia Munn, and I was like, "That's not Olivia Munn." I was like, "What?"
She's already been with one quarterback, and she Weisenheimer'd up.
For a second, he was like,
"She's like a Sports Illustrated model."
Jared Goff's wife's been with Aaron Rodgers.
Nope.
I was like, "What?"
No,
that's not
Who
true.
are you watching this with?
Fabian.
Yeah, he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah, she does kind of. I did look up pictures, and they kind of do resemble each other a little bit. But
they're both female and brunette. That's where that's where it stops. And
I was watching it, and I was like, I felt so bad for really each one of these quarterbacks. Because
you know how the season plays out.
We know how the season. That's the thing about the series.
Because right now, Cousins is on a little bit of a run.
Yeah.
There was that 500-yard game on that Thursday night.
Well, that's why I picked him up in our fantasy football league.
And then you were disappointed after that.
He did good for like 5 weeks.
He did have a couple weeks after that. And then we all know Joe Burrow, he had good weeks, but he was not winning games. And then Goff had a great year, and then they ended up choking in the playoffs.
Because of their defense. But no, so I it's a little bit sad, especially because my mom is a Lions fan, but especially for Kirk Cousins, because we all know what's going to happen there. It will be interesting to see what happens with Kirk. Is he going to be the backup this year?
I can tell you he's collecting $100 million guaranteed, so I don't feel too bad, but he's a competitive guy just by watching. So you think these athletes, at least he's still getting paid $100 million, but that's not how they're wired. Yeah. So it will be interesting to see how that goes. And then I will say that nice little Eminem appearance too in the the Detroit. I think that was in episode 1. Right?
Well, and how about
Eminem pops up.
Amon-Ra, his girlfriend, saying that 14 wide receivers were drafted before him, but it was actually 16, so he should have been Goff's number. That was so funny to me.
I like that he's cool with it.
Yeah. Okay, also, I did print off, just because they're starting to announce the top 100 players, so I'm going to announce them real quick, what we know so far. At 77 for 25 season, T. Higgins. 78, Khalil Mack. 79, Dak Prescott.
And Dak's that far down, huh?
I know, pretty crazy,
Poor
right?
Dak. What would you rank him in quarterbacks? Like 15?
I don't think he's very good,
Top
to be
10?
honest.
Not a top 10?
I don't know about that.
Is Tua a top 10?
Okay, so wait, I'm going to keep going. So 80, Rashawn Gary. 81, Trent McDuffie. 82, Jerry Jeudy. Don't even get me started on Jerry Jeudy. What a joke. I'm sorry. I think he's not going to do very well with the Browns this year. I think it was just he was terrible with the Broncos. Okay, 83, Cameron Hayward. 84, Christian Gonzalez. 85, Kyron Williams. 86, Laramie Tunsil. We got
The infamous Laramie Tunsil.
87, Quinnen Williams. I'm kind of rooting for him. I did like him on Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
88, Andrew Van Ginkel.
Former Dolphin. Still
89,
well.
James Cook. 90, Zach Allen. All right, 91, Tua. That's a large drop.
You know what's so funny is a friend of mine texted me earlier this week. He's like, hey, this night on NFL Network, 2024 Dolphin highlights. And I'm like, yeah, I'm getting a root canal this week, so that's enough pain. I don't need to relive Dolphins. They started off 2-6, made a rally, and then at the end.
I'm kind of shocked he made the top 100, to be honest. 92, Jesse Bates. 93, Creed Humphrey. 94, Sam Laporta. That's my boy. He should be higher. He should have been higher, in my opinion, than Tua.
Better in fantasy than Tua, that's for sure.
Okay, 95, Josh Sweat. 96, Levante David. 97, Drake London. 98, Aaron Jones. 99, Leonard Williams. And 100, Ladd McConkey. Anybody that you feel like was off real quick? We only have a minute left.
No. I think they're all kind of slotted correctly. I will tell you this, since we don't have that much time. Hot 100.
Yeah.
Alex Warren is still running the show at number 1, but your boy Drake debuted at number 2.
Not only that, didn't Bieber make it on it? I think he made it on the top 10. Either way, he came out with a new album, and people either love it or they hate it.
Yeah, because he's got white. It looks like white trash. The album cover. Have you seen it? It's like holding the baby. And
I thought it was black. It's black.
oh,
and it
maybe
says
the
swag.
promotional photos that went along with it. Not good.
That's
Not good.
my baby. She's iconic. iPhone case, lip gloss on it.
Yeah, okay. We're good. We're good for this episode.
Okay,
That's a wrap.
Daisies is my favorite song, Kevin. I think you should listen to it. I was a believer back in the day. We'll see if you listen to it or not.
Baby.
Every time I tell Kevin to listen to a song, he says absolutely not. Yeah, he forces me to listen to songs. So
Rage Against the Machine.
All
that
right.
should be the theme music to lead us out.
See you guys later.
Adios.